How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Coventry Racing. My name is Dylan Coventry from Coventry Racing, and today I'm showing you my 2025 race bike for the season. And I'm very excited to show you guys all the fun little details I have on this bike, as well as just giving a nice little sponsor highlight to everyone that's backing me this year and all the exciting things that we got going on. First and foremost, my apologies that you don't have the prettiest background or sights to see around me at the moment. That's because I just moved and some things are kind of out of place at the moment, but we'll get a nice little studio set up going here very soon in the garage. But for now, let's talk about the 2025 race bike. As I mentioned in front of me, I'm going to be racing this machine in 4 different classes. It's going to be 250C Limited, 250C, 450C, and I'm going to race the Warrior Vet class this year as well. So let's dive into the bike now. I mentioned the 250C Limited class. That means that this is a stock bike, and I know you're looking at a few things saying, how is that a stock bike? Well, here's how. This is the factory edition bike that I bought last June, and I decided to modify a few things myself, as in the plastics, getting graphics, new bars, stuff like that. So all the additional things that are on this machine are legal to race in the limited class because they don't break the stock barrier of the limited rules and regulations for the AMA. And to clarify, this is a 2024.5 Gas MC 250F, the factory edition. That's right, 2024.5, which is the factory edition is really all that it is, but you got to specify or else people will get that a little confused. Now I'm going to highlight all the sponsors that are backing me this season, and I want to start with the suspension. The suspension is SRS. That is Travis from SRS, who hooked me up with an amazing set of suspension. I'm very, very excited to race the spring converted set of forks that I have. I cannot thank him enough for the hard work and effort that he's put in to make this happen, and I just want to give a shout out to SRS. Moving on to our headliners over here on the shrouds, we have Point View Cycle. Point View Cycle was a huge help in making this race bike happen for me this year, and I'm so thankful for Point View Cycle. Such incredibly nice people out there, great hard-working people, and great atmosphere in general. They have a long list of bikes and parts and gear and everything else in between out at their shop. I promise you, heading out to Point View Cycle will be well worth your while. Next, I want to give a shout out to FXR for hooking me up with some awesome riding gear for the season. I have some more gear coming in very shortly. I've been ordering gear left and right, so I'm really thankful to have FXR as a part of the team. A big shout out to the corner coach as well. Ryan Nitzen, the head guy over at the corner coach, is an incredible person who has hooked me up and helped me out a ton through this journey and is still backing me here for the 2025 season. Moving on to this beautiful seat cover in front of me, as you guys can already read right here, it's Guts Racing. Guts Racing is amazing. I've used their products in the past, and I'm so excited to have them for the 2025 season. I have another seat cover sitting right over behind me over here, but I decided to go with the red because I felt like this red with the white and red frame and red front kind of is a unique and a really cool look, and just amazing texture and products that Guts Racing provides, and I absolutely love their seat covers. Moving down the number plate here, you can see I have X Brand Goggles. X Brand Goggles is a huge partner with me this year, and I'm very excited to be repping their goggles this season. The 2025 year is going to be clean and clear through that X Brand Vision goggles. Of course, I've got Hydro Power with me for the 2025 year. That is not anything new. A lot of you already know that I've been repping Hydro Power for a long time now, and I'm very excited to keep repping Hydro Power through the 2025 year. And of course, to finish the side plate there, we've got Blacklisted Racing. Very excited to keep representing Blacklisted Racing while keeping this machine squeaky clean and making sure that the bike doesn't lose a drop of shine. Moving to the back fender as we're taking a look at more of the sponsors backing me for the 2025 year, I've got Smooth Speed MX over here. That's Corey, who hooked me up with changing my tire for $10. Super cheap. I mean, Corey out at Smooth Speed MX is the guy to go to if you're tired of changing your tires. Speaking of tires, I'm repping another year with Dunlop. I'm very excited to have Dunlop on board. Absolutely love Dunlop products. I have the MX-14 on the back, MX-34 on the front. I've got an MX-34 hanging on the wall behind me, and I will probably be throwing that 34 back on later this year, but for now we've got that MX-14, so very excited to have Dunlop on board. And of course, alongside with my suspension of making sure that I have this bike set up and ready to go any given point, I've got Slacker that I'm going to be working with. That is the Slacker SAG scale. It's the digital electronic SAG scale that you can use to check your SAG by yourself or with a friend. No matter what, this machine is amazing. So I'm very excited to have Slacker on board to make sure that my sag and for the whole suspension setup is going to be complete. Another big shout out to Dream City Design. She is the creator of my merch. If you haven't seen my merch, I can leave links in the bio, and I'll tell you what, Dream City Designs does a phenomenal job with her work. For the handlebars, we are repping Mika Metals for another season. I absolutely love Mika Metal handlebars. I've got the MC bend on my bike right now, and I just absolutely love it. I saw that they came out with a few new bends, and I'm very excited to give those a try. And throughout this off season, I've been training and working hard to make sure my fitness is in shape through the Austin Kozad Fitness and Nutrition Program. Absolutely big shout out to Austin Kozad. He's a professional motocross and supercross rider, so he knows exactly what he's talking about when it comes to getting in the right shape for riding. And a big shout out to 6D Helmets for backing me for the 2025 season. Absolutely love my 6D ATR2. I've looked at the ATR3s many times, not in my vocab just yet, but I plan to get there soon. And I'll tell you what, those 6D ATR3s look amazing. The 6D helmets in general feel and are amazing helmets, and I would highly recommend checking their products out. And finally, I want to give a big shout out to none other than Vert MX Graphics. They are the ones that created these beautiful set of graphics that are before your face. I absolutely love these graphics. This design is beautiful, such an awesome, sleek design, as well as such great people to work with. Very quick, very easy, and these guys had it dialed, and they knew exactly what I was looking for, sent me multiple options, and these guys have this thing looking fresh. So I have to give a huge shout out to VertMX Graphics for setting up this amazing looking machine. And that's the race bike for the 2025 season, and a big sponsor shout out and highlight to everyone that's backing me this year. I cannot thank everyone enough again. Seriously, this is a huge deal to me, and I cannot believe how gorgeous this bike has turned out for the year. I honestly could look at this thing all day, and I absolutely love this style, love this look, and it's going to be a very fun machine to race. As I mentioned, 4 classes this year. A little bit different for me. In the past, I've usually ran maybe 1, maybe 2, but this year we plan to race a lot more and have some Loretta Lynn's area qualifiers coming up, and we're going to give it the best that we can and see where we go from there. So thank you guys very much again for joining me today. My name is Dylan Coventry from Coventry Racing, and please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and a subscribe, and I will leave links in the description for all the highlighted sponsors that you can check out their products and what they can offer you.